Welcome to the Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond Experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time-tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX owner and chief marketing officer. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX owner and editor-in-chief, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
Hi, Kels.
Hi, Paige. How are you?
I'm good. I almost had a technical difficulty with the cat, but I scooped him
I
up
thought you
in
were
time.
referring to the fire alarm, so now they're just kind of like coming one after the other.
Gosh, I know. So sorry if you hear any loud noises. I think they are doing construction on my neighbor's condo, so we're just gonna keep moving along.
It'll be fine. It's always good to like test and make sure some things are working. Paige's fire alarm went off like right before this, and it was a little bit of a startle situation, but we're okay now.
Yeah, and I'm not even like cooking anything.
No. Just testing those things out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how has your weekend been going? We're recording this on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. We actually had to like switch for my own reasons because my weekend was very hot and heavy. I was feeling kind of like extra nauseous, and I texted you, Paige, to be like, hey, any way we could like bump this recording? Because like sitting up right now is just like, I'm not doing it.
Not happening.
No.
Yeah, it's been good. I can't even remember what we did. Oh, we went to Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, we went to a party.
Ooh, fabulous.
If you know, you know. Because I've been telling everybody about this party. It was great. It was fun, but it was just a lot. That morning, though, before we snuck out of town, we went to Nun Inn for their Duke's Mayo pop-up, so I could snag the Duke's Mayo Nun Inn candle. And let me tell you, it's a 12 out of 10. It's fun.
Oh, fabulous. I was wondering about that. I think we slipped a note in our insider about the fragrances, and I was wondering.
Yeah, it's super fresh and like very basil-y. I don't know. I really enjoy it. So snuck there. There was also a pop-up with Jane Doe, which I haven't had yet because pop-ups, they're hard. But her pastries and bread were so good. So highly recommend. I think you can find her at like some farmers markets around town. So
Very nice.
yeah, and that was good. Friday. Wow. Oh, I went to a summer supper som dinner. And that was really fun. We went out to Veritas.
Yes.
I scored, well, there's a silent auction this year with some of Molly Reader's prints.
Yes.
And so all the money goes to SCAN, which is a nonprofit in Richmond with child abuse. And so it's something, that Holly and I are, passionate about. So we did spend a lot of money, but we got Molly Reader's tomato print, and I cannot wait to hang it up near my kitchen. It's just very fitting for us, and we love Molly. So she's the sweetest.
Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. I think I first came across her stuff at like a vendor market at Pizza Bones like years ago in Churchill. Yeah. Because that tips a lot of times is when she's like selling her stuff. She has the best things for like around Christmas time. I just ordered like one of her newer editions was like a like slice of cake, like sprinkle cake or something that I just thought was so like perfect to have in the house. She has the best stuff. Look her up if you don't know her.
Yes, and she's very talented, and it's also realistic.
Yes.
I also ended up getting I thought they were peaches, but I think they're actually apricots. But I mean, they look fairly similar. I got the print for one of our neighbors because she really likes fruits and art and everything. So it was very nice. It was a beautiful evening. Great food, great people, great wine. I have my next dinner on Monday of next week at Shagbark, so I can't wait for that. I love those dinners.
Yeah, and you and I were also talking before we pressed record that you've got quite like a dining schedule over these next 2 days. You're like really doing the work for the people you know.
I'm grateful. I can't complain. However, I have been eating out a lot, almost every day, and it is a lot. There are just some times where you just want to cook, but I've been working with the VMFA to highlight all their restaurant partners with the Frida exhibit. So it's just been a lot of Mexican restaurants. We work with Duke's, so I just wanted to make sure I covered Hot Tomato Summer and then Summer Supper Som, and it's just been a lot of eating out.
Yeah. It's 'tis the season, and Paige is out there doing the most for us. And as always, we appreciate it. And I feel for you, Paige. It can be, I'm sure, overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about, and like I even had to sneak in some country Greek salads in there.
Right.
I'm only on two.
I mean, I was going to say, we've been talking over the past couple weeks how you aren't quite hitting where you thought you might, but it's like, well, you've got all these other things. You're stacked.
I know, it's just been a crazy dining filled month. Again, I'm grateful. It's cool. I don't have a lot of dishes, so
That's true.
it's been nice.
Yeah, I guess it balances out in that way.
Yeah. However, I do need to kick up my workouts a little bit just to, keep it balanced.
Sure. We're on that in that part of summer where it's like I have to keep reminding myself that it's still July, so like don't get too excited about a smidgen of a drop in temperature, but I could see you enjoying like a walk outside rather than like sweating through the entire thing or something like that
Yeah.
this week at least.
Yeah, actually the weather's been nice. It's been kind of breezy.
Yeah, like
Like
it's
it's
not
not so
too bad.
stagnant. Yeah.
Right.
But
But I
yeah.
also know like we're still so far away from actually like cool temperatures, so like I won't get my hopes up. That was like sort of what I was talking about up at the top. My family and I my husband took off a day of work at the beginning of this week, and we decided to do like a weekday King's Dominion trip, which like hot tip is a great time to do it because there are fewer crowds. And I was fine the whole time. And then I got home, I had lunch, and then I immediately like got sick. So I just think like the heat is just, it'll do a number. So just stay hydrated if you can
Yeah.
keep it down.
Drink some water.
Yeah.
Drink some water, some
But
electrolytes.
right, the cool temperatures, they're on their way, but like we're still in the middle of summer. Anyway, we got lots of great things though to share for our, meat of the episode. Oh, I told you this too before we get into this. We were trying to figure out like what do we want to talk about up top, and I was like, oh, I have some compliments to share. And I wanted to tell you, I think we kind of like missed this when it happened. I don't remember if like I was out of town or you were out of town, but we have passed our 1 year anniversary of this podcast.
Oh, it's been a whirlwind.
I mean, it's like kind of like crazy to think about that because it almost seems like it hasn't been that long, and it seems like it's been much longer at the same time. But a couple of people, I don't know if you saw that we got a text. Somebody texted us saying like, "Congrats on our 50th episode." That was my dear husband. I think he's our number one fan. But somebody
I
else
was wondering because when you text us, just listeners, it doesn't show your name. So
right, we don't know anything about you really.
yeah, except your area code. So
Right.
please, if you do text us, let us know who you are. Maybe
Yeah.
leave an email if you want a response.
Right.
But I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Of course it was Matt. In cycle this morning when I do my best thinking, I was thinking we need to have him on.
He could be like a great guest speaker.
I think we should ask him about all the run clubs in Richmond.
Oh my God, he would know. I like did like a little write up of them in our Insider at some point, but there are so many more. So maybe he could come on and just fill us in.
Yeah, I was like, he could be like one of those. We could just focus on, now we're in our meeting, guys. Welcome to our meetings.
Yeah, we're going to do a combo again, like we've done in the past. But I thought it was so cute and so sweet. He literally texts me like every week. He's like, another great episode. And I'm like, you are so kind. But my brother, another person in my inner circle, actually texted me today too and was like, hey, I just like realized that you guys have like passed like a year of doing this podcast consistently every week with the exception of like a holiday or two. And he was like, that's amazing stuff. I just want to tell you that's super awesome. And I was like, wow, everybody's being so sweet about his anniversary.
Thanks for being so kind, guys.
We really appreciate it. We do seem to have a pretty steady, loyal listenership that we, of course, hope we can get out to more people. But it seems like, at least so far, so good. There are certainly things I know you and I want to work on with this and with other projects that we have going on. But I thought it was nice. And it's a good time to give ourselves a pat on the back. Doing it for a year. I mean, it's been, especially in this last year, when everything's been like
how
crazy.
are we doing it?
Yeah. It's been good. We've consistently gotten one out there just about every week. with the
Yeah.
exception of like a Christmas or, something,
Sickness.
a
Yeah.
sickness.
Yeah. Things life happens. But yeah,
Sure.
it is a good time to reflect and be proud,
Ooh,
Not many podcasts make it to 55 episodes. So
no, right. There are some where it's like you get really excited about them coming out and then they get like a handful in and they're like, forget this.
so we'll keep trucking along, Richmond.
Yeah, we appreciate you listening, but I wanted to share those at the top too before we moved on.
Yeah. Well, thanks,
From my
Matt.
family.
Yeah. Thanks, Kelsey's family.
Uh,
Oh, all right. So let's dive in. So, what to eat, drink, see, and do an RVA this week. And Kelsey, you're up first with eat.
Yes. Now, for eat, sometimes when Paige and I are like delving into each of these topics, I'll probably speak more for myself because I know, Paige, you're always out and about, and I'm a lot more behind the scenes. So I'm not necessarily getting out to these places as much as you are, but we're also like a curation service. So we want to make sure people understand what's out there for them
Oh,
to
yeah,
get to before we do. Um,
absolutely.
we decided daisies is something that we haven't spoken about on the podcast, and we should because it's the new restaurant that's over by the amphitheater that seems to be getting quite a bit of attention, great reviews. So I wanted to remind people that that's up and running now. You should get over there. This is what I wrote in our insider, and I love my own copy, so I'll happily read it to our listeners. But I said daisies are having a moment. Yes, the second track from Justin Bieber's new album is sprouting all over summertime TikToks. But more importantly, no offense, believers, we love him too. The morning spot to grab coffee, an easygoing lunch destination, and happy hour hangout with Riverview's Daisies has officially opened. It's helmed by Chef Matt Kerwin from Grisette and the Roosevelt and Raleigh Easley from Neighbor. And it blends approachable food with fine dining techniques, all in close proximity to, as we said, the new amphitheater over by the river. On a regular day, you can look for a menu of egg sandwiches, French toast, afterglow coffee, Mediterranean-inspired sandwiches, salads, and a special partnership with Sunday Bagel. And on a show day, they like to do like festive themed kind of offers, like their Daisy Burger. From the looks of it, it's very open and airy. They've got great indoor and outdoor seating. The coffee and breakfast menu in particular, I don't know if you've seen something different, but to me, it seems like that's what's getting a lot of attention on socials. And it's named after the golden retriever of Annie Hazelgrove, director of hospitality for Newmarket, who was also, I think, like involved in the launch of this new place. And on the main wall of the cafe, there's a collage of colorful frames featuring painted canine portraits to just sort of like tie that theme together. But it seems really sweet. And so I wanted people to get over there for a coffee or something.
Yeah, it's definitely high up on my list when things settle down a little bit. But I mean, I walked past it the other day when my sisters were in town and we took a walk downtown. And I'm like regretting not grabbing lunch there. Just because there is really, besides now Paddle Plant and Casa del Barco, there's really like not a place to eat or grab a coffee when you're walking downtown, which is something that like I love to do. And when I walked by, there's like a patio and there are like lots of people there. I think
Yeah,
it's a great spot for like co-star folks like to, grab lunch.
right.
And yeah, if you're gonna go to a show, grab before. I'm sure it will get busy, but I mean, yeah, whatever.
But a good thing to have nearby. And it does seem like the coffee, at least that is what keeps showing up for me in my like explore page and all. Like people seem to be very excited about the breakfast and like cafe option. So yeah, get over there and check it out before, or after a show, or just like if you're walking around downtown on Browns
Totally.
Island or something.
Yeah, I love how we're getting more options down there.
And then I'm also doing drink this week. Providence Farm Cidery has recently opened in Chesterfield.
Mm.
Its roots grew from its humble beginnings as a pandemic hobby, which seems to be like a trend and I feel like a great silver lining of 2020. It comes to us from owners John and Allie Beard, and they've just now opened their like a full-fledged cider space. It's 24 acres, featuring a tasting room with room for local snacks and food trucks too. And it produces a variety of ciders using fruit sourced from a leased orchard in Winchester, while their own apple, peach, pear, and cherry trees mature. They're currently open Friday through Sunday, but they plan to expand their hours soon. And no matter when you visit, it seems like one of the big recommendations is their Blackberry cider made with fruit grown on site. sounds very delicious and refreshing for this time of year. And I know we're in like, I know cider can, I guess, sometimes be associated more maybe with the fall, but I feel like you can get a crispy good one any time of
Oh,
year.
yeah, cider's year round. It's like
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah. Right. You can do it
Yeah,
anytime, in my
yeah,
opinion.
absolutely. You
So
just
there you
got
go. Get over there and check that out. And as we've said in episodes past, people are always looking for stuff outside of the Richmond city area. So this would be a good option for those of you who feel that way.
yeah, it looks cute. Love it. All right. So with C, this has been all over the internet. I mean, we did get a press release, so I just felt like we had to share about it. But coming up on Friday, when this episode drops, Maymont is welcoming two very cute new residents, a pair of 2-month-old female porcupines with, but the baby name is called a porcupette. Which I didn't know.
Neither.
So fun fact for you all. You can stop by the Robbins Nature Center to see the sisters play, snack, and snooze in their custom-built nursery. Like, I can't even.
Oh,
And it's visible through their large viewing windows. The Nature Center is open Tuesdays through Sundays, 10 to 5, and after Labor Day, it'll switch to weekends only. But starting August 1, Maymont will also offer behind-the-scenes experiences called Porcupettes Up Close to lead a small group visit inside the nursery that include a staff talk, a Q&A, enrichment time, and a photo op. But it's not hands-on, so you can't touch them. I'm
sure.
sorry. It's just a peek into their world. You'll need to book ahead. And then another fun one is one of them has already been named Sandy, but Maymont is asking the public to help name the sister. So now through August 17th, anyone who makes a donation to support animal care can submit a name, and the top 4 names will go for a vote August 22nd through the 28th, and the winning name will be announced on September 6th. Now, we all know Hammy May didn't win. And a lot of folks, RVA Coffee Stain included, is very upset about the name Poppy. So now is our time to shine, Richmond. What are we going to call this little porcupette?
I know. Do you think people are going to put Hammy May back in the running for this?
I bet RVA Coffee Stain does.
Seek revenge this way. They truly are so cutie. I saw that press release and was like, I need to put this in our newsletter for folks to know about because it's just too adorable not to.
And for some reason, we love to name things. So
apparently,
we really do. So, yeah, I think you can donate just like $25 and put a name in. So,
sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cause and a fun activity.
Yeah, we love supporting Maymont. Honestly, the best.
They're super the best. I haven't been over to the Nature Center in so long too, and this is a good reminder to get over there, especially in these hotter temperatures. It's a great way to be over there, but be indoors for a little.
Yeah, you need to take the kiddos.
I know, and see the new little Porcupettes.
Oh my gosh, if you do take pics.
I will.
Yeah. We did a field trip there once when I was a teacher, so.
It's a great place to be.
Yeah. All right, and then for Dew, I sort of chatted about this up top, but if you haven't been to Nannin's new spot in Bon Air, I'm just trying to tell you to put it on your radar. We stopped by for the Duke's Mayo pop-up, and the whole experience was just very cute. The new shop is tucked into the Bon Air Shopping Center. It's right by Perk and Joe's Inn. It's really bright and airy, and it's just beautifully styled. No surprise there if you know Nannin. They've got plenty of space to show off their signature clothing line, their hand-poured candles, their vintage pieces, and they've even carved out room for pop-ups and community events too. So they plan on hosting a lot more community engagement. They have a larger layout, but it's still cozy, and they still have their fan location too. Just with a little bit more breathing room. But I did pick up their hot tomato summer candle and a matching scent card for my car. But it's fresh tomato leaf, orange blossom, and white tea. And it's crisp and green, but still soft. So it's really nice. But the vibe was very cute. The staff is lovely. The displays were beautiful. I really want to go back and buy this whole linen set I saw. But, soon. It's on my wish list.
Right.
Just like that jean jacket that we
want. Right. We'll start making a shared list of things.
I just need to make a shopping list for all the Richmond boutiques.
Exactly.
But yeah, very cute. Highly recommend getting on over out there because it's just everything is just so aesthetically beautiful.
Yes, they are very beautiful. I actually haven't, I don't think I visited them in person. I feel like I've done some guides where I've included some of their stuff here and there, and everything on their site is so gorgeous. So I would have to imagine in store too.
Yeah, they have just it's very like flowy and
Yeah.
just pretty. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. Lots of
Relax.
linen, lots of linen. Yeah,
Right.
but that wraps us up. So thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond Experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond Experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code Chatter to get $10 off your first year subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA too. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz's Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.